9:47 p.m. The last train car is nearly empty. 9 open seats, easy. The doors slide open at the next stop. One person gets on, walks past every single empty seat, and sits down right next to you. He hasn't said a word, hasn't even looked at you. Nothing has happened. Nothing is going to happen. But your whole body already feels like it should be ready to run. It's not just trains. You're in the library at 11 p.m., the only person left on the whole floor, 40 empty tables around you, and someone sits down at the one right next to yours. Or you're a teacher, finally alone in the staff room with 20 quiet minutes and a stack of essays, red pen in hand, and a coworker you've said maybe 10 words to all year pulls out the chair beside you instead of any of the other 5 open ones. Or you're heading up to the office alone. Elevator doors close, second floor, someone else gets in. 12 empty square feet of space, and they stand close enough that you can hear their music through their headphones. By the end of this, you'll know exactly why your body reacts like that, and one small thing you can actually do about it. Most people's first thought is that something's wrong with them, that they're being unfriendly, dramatic, or way too sensitive about a stranger who just wanted somewhere to sit. But this isn't a personality problem. Take the friendliest, most easygoing, most people-loving person you know, put them on that same empty train car, and the exact same thing happens to them. This has nothing to do with how social you are. It's not personality, it's biology. Here's what's actually going on. Your brain doesn't just keep track of the space inside your skin. It keeps track of a zone around your body too, an invisible bubble that moves with you everywhere. Scientists have actually mapped this. It's real, and it's measurable. Your brain treats anything that crosses into that zone the same way a house treats a motion sensor light. The second something enters range, the light snaps on. Full brightness, no warm-up. It doesn't pause to check if it's a burglar or just next door's cat. It reacts first and sorts out the details later. That's exactly what happens on that train. The stranger crosses into your bubble, so the light snaps on, whether he's actually dangerous or just tired and wanted the window seat. Back in that library, the second that stranger's chair scrapes in next to yours, your sensor trips. Not a full alarm, just a flood of light. You read the same paragraph 3 times and don't know why. Same thing happens to the teacher. The moment that coworker sits close instead of across the table, the light clicks on, and marking essays suddenly feels like a performance instead of a quiet 10 minutes, even though literally nothing changed except distance. And in the elevator, the second that stranger's close enough to hear their headphones, your sensor's already lit before the doors even shut. You're not overreacting. You're just standing inside your own alarm system, doing exactly what it's built to do. Here's the part that's genuinely surprising. Psychologists actually tested this on purpose back in the 60s. They had someone walk up to total strangers quietly studying alone at library tables, sit down right beside them, close enough that their chairs were almost touching, and just stay there. No talking, no eye contact. If the person tried to shift their chair away to get some room back, the stranger would quietly close the gap again a few seconds later. By the end of it, only about 3 out of 10 people stayed at the table. Everyone else packed up and left, without ever being told to, and without the stranger saying a single word. So next time you feel that light snap on, bus, train, empty cafe, doesn't matter, don't fight it, and don't apologize for it either. Just do one small thing. Put your bag on the seat next to you. You don't have to say anything or make it a whole moment. You're just giving your sensor a smaller area to watch, and that's usually enough to tell your brain the perimeter's covered, so the light can click back off. So next time the last open seat next to you gets taken, and your stomach drops a little, that's not you being rude, or antisocial, or making something out of nothing. That's the same motion sensor light wired into every person who's ever sat down on public transit, still doing the one job it's had since long before trains existed. Trusting it isn't paranoia. It's just the system working. If you're watching this right now with your bag already sitting on the seat next to you, or your headphones in specifically so nobody sits there, you already know exactly what I'm talking about. Tell me where your sensor went off last. I'll read the best ones.